Hey, welcome back to Agrippa's Laboratory. I just want to show off a piece that I had finished a little while ago, but I thought I should show this. This is actually a diorama piece for G.I. Joe action figures. I've used this to take photographs of with figures there. Just show you an example of scale. This is Lady J. There's a whole bunch of different angles and stuff you can take this from to get different shots, so it's not like the same old view every single time. This was fairly easy to make, but I did go through a lot of trial and error, seeing this was really my first diorama ever. Some of the things on it, like this is, first of all, this is all made of styrofoam. It's the insulation foam that you can get at hardware stores. It's awesome for carving and making dioramas for us. It's sturdy too. The only problem is it doesn't take aerosol very well, so you can't really spray paint it without melting it. So you have to be very careful with that. This was kind of like a work in progress when I was working on it. I didn't really have a plan. It just kind of came out the way it did when I had finished. Originally, this was just going to be all flat piece over here, but I thought it'd be a lot more interesting if there was some curves here. I was going to experiment with some water effects, like a drain here and then coming down here, but then I thought that would kind of limit some of the action figure poses. Like, I can get a figure in there like this without getting, pretend wet. All these rocks were pieces of styrofoam that I broke off and just kind of carved away. This was just all carve away, all sculpt. The grass itself, I had a hard time thinking of like what kind of grass I should use for this. It was originally just going to be dirt, but then I discovered that I have a endless resource of this material. This is actually pencil shavings, so I can get as much of this as I possibly want. It looks like dried grass, like old dried grass in a drought. So, and of course a little mud spot there. This was all dry brushing, layers of paint, dry brushing. Same with this. Included some like washes, dry brushing, and different colors of brown, some texture that I added in there. And like all this was chipped away using an X-Acto knife. All these little bullet holes and all the little chips in the stone are all carved out using an X-Acto knife. It's really simple stuff to do, but really, really effective. It looks like stone, which is pretty awesome. The sidewalk was kind of a last minute thing that I added onto it. I needed something with a little bit more texture. So that was one of the final things that I kind of sculpted out on this one. Painting it was a little tough because like I said, I couldn't use spray paints, so I had to use different layers. I covered the whole thing in black first, and then dry brushed the layers onto it. There's a little bit of shine on here that I need to get rid of. That's where Mod Podge comes in. This will make everything nice and flat, and it'll also keep the grass from coming off. The grass is on there with Elmer's glue, but some of it tends to kind of flake off. I think the Mod Podge will actually flatten that out and make it so that grass stays right there. It'll be nice and hard. Again, my first diorama piece. I think it came out pretty good. So, thanks for watching, and if you like the videos, please subscribe and check out Metal Syndicate at metalsyndicate-ct.com. You can check out our League of Extraordinary Frontmen podcast.